Hola, me llamo Cristela. I am a fifth-generation Latina. I created this video to share facts about Hispanics and to address issues that affect us. I also want to share my feelings about what it means to me to be a Latino American. I hope you enjoy my video. Latino Americans are the largest minority group in the United States. There are 50.5 million Hispanics in this country. We are 16.3% of the United States population. That means that 1 in every 4 children and 1 in every 6 adults is Hispanic. Latino Americans contributed to 56% of the population growth in the United States. The Hispanic population is growing faster than all other groups and is expected to continue to grow rapidly. All states now have Latino populations, every single state. And our purchasing power has increased to $1.3 trillion. Latinos are reshaping our community and culture and forcing a nation of immigrants to rediscover what it means to be an American. We are a diverse ethnic group with a long and rich history in the United States. Latino Americans have roots in Central and South American countries, as well as in Mexico and Cuba. There is an extensive diversity of national origins among Hispanics. If we look at this Latino population pie from the year 2002, we see that Mexicans comprise the majority of all Latinos at 66.9%. We are diverse in terms of socioeconomic positions, religions, and racial classifications. And we have access to the best education in the world. And we Tejanos love our Texas Longhorns and Aggies. As a whole, Hispanics are making great strides in educational pursuits and career development. And our Latinas are beautiful, and we are using technology faster than other women. Hispanic business owners and Latino entrepreneurs are driving the expansion and growth of United States franchises. Latinos have been a part of the United States landscape for centuries. In fact, there have been people of Hispanic heritage in the territory of the present-day United States continuously since 1565, when the Spanish found and established St. Augustine, Florida. That is over 50 years before the Pilgrims landed on Plymouth Rock and celebrated the first so-called Thanksgiving. Español, the beautiful language of Spanish, was the first non-native language spoken in this territory. Spanish is the language that connects most Latinos from different countries of origin. And guess what? After decades of prohibiting children from speaking Spanish in United States classrooms, many school districts are now embracing dual language programs, which improve student performance on tasks that call for divergent thinking, pattern recognition, and problem solving. This is an example of progress for Hispanics. However, progress is also affecting our health in a negative way. According to government statistics, childhood obesity has increased significantly in the United States over the past 10 years and is highest among Hispanic boys and girls. By looking back at how Hispanics have contributed in American culture over the past 80 years, we learned that being active physically is important to our health. This is a photo of a men's basketball team from San Benito, Texas in 1931. And this is a photo of a group of Hispanic boxers from San Benito, Texas during the 1950s when childhood obesity was rare. These Hispanic athletes in the Rio Grande Valley of Texas are great examples of physical fitness. Unfortunately, they are a minority in the Hispanic community. Approximately 90% of people with type 2 diabetes are obese. Obese children are more likely to suffer additional health problems like insulin-resistant diabetes, high blood pressure, and orthopedic disorders. Hispanic adults can set the example by exercising and eating fruits and vegetables daily. Alcohol consumption is a problem among the Hispanic community that contributes to diabetes. Because of all the risks associated with childhood obesity, I am making a plea to parents about making permanent lifestyle changes that will improve the health of all family members. Start by cutting out sugary drinks. Getting children outdoors on a regular basis is a step in the right direction. We have an abundance of nature parks in the Rio Grande Valley of South Texas where people from all over the world come to birdwatch. How many nature parks have you visited? I challenge young Hispanic families to take their children to at least 2 nature parks a year. Hispanic childhood obesity is a serious problem. Get off the couch and turn off your electronic devices. Go out and enjoy the great outdoors. Realizing the American dream is what it means to be a Latino American. Immigrants risk their lives for this ideology. Encouraging pride and self-respect in our youth is what it means to be a Latino American. Fotos de nuestros abuelos. I love old photos that tell a story of our families. At the center of this photo is my great-great-grandfather, Secundino Gutierrez, with his adult children. To his left is my great-grandmother, Felipa Gutierrez Cortez. My grandfather, Fausto Montalvo, is the little boy at the bottom left, pictured here, with his parents and siblings. The second photo is of my mother and my tia Melva during the Great Depression. Preserving family history is what it means to be a Latino American. Appreciating the opportunities we have today due to the sacrifices of our parents and ancestors is what it means to be a Latino American. These are photos of a few of my family members that have served honorably in the military. Latinos have been contributing to the strength and safety of the United States since its foundation. Pictured here is my father-in-law, Hernan Wise. He served in the Army during the Korean War, where he was injured during combat. He was awarded a Purple Heart Medal and was a proud member of the Military Order of the Purple Heart. Medals of Honor are the highest honor conferred for military bravery. The ethnic group with the most U.S. Medals of Honor are Hispanics. More than 400,000 Hispanics served the United States during World War II. Both of my grandfathers served in that war, as well as several of their brothers. My great-grandmother, Francisca Esparza Montalvo, is the matriarch of the family pictured here. Doña Panchita prayed the rosary daily while her sons fought in World War II. Enrique Montalvo gained notoriety after this photo became famous. The story of his experience at Pearl Harbor was shared often in newspapers to commemorate the anniversary of the 1941 attack. December 7, 1941 is a day that forever changed our nation's history and will never be forgotten. Hispanics have distinguished themselves in combat and are the largest minority group serving in the Marine Corps. Hispanics have served the military well, and as a result, the United States Armed Forces aggressively target Latino recruits. The United States military armed forces protect the freedom that we Americans enjoy, honoring the sacrifices of all who served and continue to serve is what it means to be a Latino American. We cannot ignore the fact that Hispanics have experienced discrimination and ethnic hatred. Although Latino Americans of today have the same rights as other Americans, prejudice still exists. Despite online bullying and racial slurs, U.S.-born Sebastian de la Cruz gave an encore performance of the national anthem at Game 4 of the NBA Finals. The 11-year-old mariachi singer rose above the insults and did not give in to the negative comments. Hispanic activists of the 1960s called themselves Chicanos. They paved the way for equal opportunity, and we need to honor their efforts by moving forward and realizing the American dream. Educating our youth about the consequences of their actions and the need for hard work and sacrifice in school is what it means to be a Latino American. Being open to challenges and accepting every opportunity is what it means to be a Latino American. Encouraging academic success in our children and guiding their career path is what it means to be a Latino American. Enjoyment that comes from activity of the mind and exercise of the body is what it means to be a Latino American. Participating in our American democracy by voting, serving as a juror, and holding elected officials up to scrutiny is what it means to be a Latino American. President John F. Kennedy once said, "Physical fitness is not only one of the most important keys to a healthy body, it is the basis of dynamic and creative intellectual activity." Continuing the traditions of our ancestors and celebrating with family is what it means to be a Latino American. What an awesome privilege for this mariachi group at our nation's capital. We are so fortunate to be able to celebrate our culture while having all the privileges of living in the greatest nation in the world. Embracing the best of both worlds is what it means to be a Latino American.